Good evening, everyone. My name is Charity Udo. So I want to thank God for healing. Okay, so early this year, January to be precise, just I think a week or so after we had ended my first VBS cycle, I pain in my tummy, my lower abdomen towards the right side to be precise. So it continued for days, and I thought it was the usual tummy ache. So usually whenever I would fall sick, I would have this tummy ache that would let me know that I'm sick, and everybody at home knew that that's the norm. So I didn't really pay any attention to it till it got to a point where I wasn't able to stand properly for long. I couldn't stand up to like 10 minutes or sit. And if I'm to lay down on the bed to sleep, I can't like lay down with my tummy on the floor or lay on my side for long. It continued for weeks till it got to the point where I couldn't even sleep at night. Like I spent my nights crying because the pain was so severe that I didn't even know what to do with myself, like during that period. So I finally summoned the courage to go to the clinic because everyone around me kept saying I should go for a scan. So I went to Union's Health Center. I got to see the doctor, who then sent me to go for a scan, which I did the same day. So while all of this was happening, I had informed my shepherd about it, and she asked me to just keep her to just inform her on the outcome of everything. At some point, the lady paused, and then she asked me when I last had my cycle. And I told her it's been like 3 months. I wasn't really bothered about it. I felt like, peace of mind from the whole monthly cycle wahala. But it was a problem. So when I told her it's been 3 months and I haven't had my monthly cycle, so she then asked if I had been intimate with the opposite sex. Like, no. And she didn't believe me. So she was then saying that if it's not fibroid she's saying, then I'm pregnant. That there's nothing I would tell her that I'm pregnant. So after the whole process, I got my scan. Then when she actually gave me my scan, she had this look on her face. But then she was like, okay, so your scan says you have an ovarian cyst. I was like, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. So I got home that day. I informed my shepherd about it. Then I got home. I told my big cousin. She started crying. And at first I was like, why on earth are you crying? I'm the sick one, you're not the sick one. But then she then told me her backstory, that when she was younger, she had issues like that. But that was basically why she hasn't had any child. It's been like 20 years plus since she's been married, but no children. And then that was when I knew that this is a serious case. It's not something I'm supposed to be joking about, because I didn't see it as anything. It's ovarian cyst. But the pain was still there. Like, I still couldn't sit. Even to eat, I basically lost appetite because I felt that if I ate, it would just add to the pain. So I didn't eat. And it continued. And at night, she would just wake up, come to me and be like, how are you feeling? Are you okay? And she would start crying. I felt bad for her. At some point, I was like, God, please just heal me so that this lady will have peace of mind. Like, she wasn't sleeping at night. So, to cut the long story short, Pastor prayed about this particular thing in 3 meetings. The first meeting, he just said he prayed for healing for pain in the lower abdomen. I just went like, oh God, please heal me. But then it continued. The second time was when I was tuned in one day. I didn't come for meeting, and Pastor literally mentioned it cyst, but he didn't say ovarian, but he said cyst. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. God, please heal me. And then the third time, the one that really brought about the healing, was the last L3 meeting we had. Pastor prayed for healing, and he literally called it. He said ovarian cyst, and he prayed for it. There and then, I was like feeling the pains while I was in that meeting. I didn't even want to come for the meeting because of that pain, and I came. After Pastor just prayed about it, I didn't feel it immediately, and it's been 5 months and counting. I've not had that pain. I still haven't gone for a scan, but everything went back to normal. My cycle is now normal and no more pains. So I'm really grateful to God.